Welcome to Italy and the iconic Lake Garda for the 2019 Pascucci Formula Kite World Championship. Campione Univella and Kite Campione will host the event under the stunning alpine scenery.
Welcome everybody to the Formula Kite World Championship, Pascucci 2019. It's a record event for the Formula Kite class. We are super happy to host this kind of event. The Univella sailing team is ready. It has been prepared this championship for more than a year. Everything is set up, the wind is blowing, nothing is missing.
This year's World Championship is very special, as it will be the first event since the kite formula was awarded Olympic status for Paris 2024. 87 men and 30 women from 29 countries gathered in Lago di Garda, generating the biggest foiling fleet ever. These numbers show how this sport is growing and developing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The whole winter, many of the girls have been coming into the sport and training really hard every day, and it makes a massive difference because the race course just got way faster and more competitive. So that's really positive, but also it filters down to the rest of the sport of kite surfing. So from the beginning, when the children are growing up, they now have options to join the club or to get trained up locally to become racers. So yeah, for sure it's encouraging all over the world for the sport of kiting.
This kind of high-level competition can't take place anywhere else than a sailing mecca like Lake Garda, as the conditions for foiling are ideal.
Lake Garda is a special venue. You have fresh water, you have the mountains around. So for a lot of competitors, it's something new. I come from the south of Germany, so I'm riding a lot on lakes. And with the mountains, you have different wind conditions. And yeah, for foiling, it's an amazing venue here because you have just a small shop. So even a lot of sailing boats coming here for training. There's always the foiling week at Lago di Garda with all different foiling classes.
It's the first day of the competition and everyone is ready. Now is the time for the hard work to pay off, as the competition begins under ideal weather conditions. With tight starts, close racing and crowded mark roundings, the colourful kites delivered a spectacular show for everyone who was there. After 4 races, the men's Nico Palier dominated the fleet, scoring 4 bullets, just as Daniela Moroz did in the women's fleet. The second day of the 2019 Pascucci Formula Kite World Championship was really special for the kite formula class, on its way to the Paris Olympic Games. The new Olympic format was about to be tested for the first time, and the excitement in the air was palpable.
So here we are, having our first go at running a relay event. For today's racing, we have 22 teams entered, which will be split into two divisions, 2 groups. The easiest comparison is a normal 2 laps windward-leeward race. With 1 athlete from each team starting on a normal, the common in sailing upwind start. But after the first lap, the first athlete, which it will be depending on the race number, it will be either a male or a female, will have to cross their changeover finishing line. And as soon as they finish, as soon as the first team member finishes, the second team member is allowed to start. Everybody is eager to get going and to check out the new format.
I think it's going to be fun. It's something really new because you have to keep in mind that you don't race for yourself, you race for the team. And you should predict, for example, where is your teammate, where you should start. So I think it makes everything much more interesting.
The world's fastest kiteboarders gathered to contest the new format. 22 national teams with both men and women battled together for one medal. The race was all about tight starts, close fights and precision, but teamwork was the key for success, with the changeover area the point of particular interest. After 10 demanding flights, it was Team USA who emerged victorious, winning the title just 1 point ahead of Team France, and with Team Russia in third.
Today was the first overall team race format, and it was pretty awesome to come away with the win for the US, and pretty happy to see how it goes forward. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's cool that it gets so many more female into the fleet. I thought the racing was pretty fun and competitive. I think the changeover area worked pretty well, and the overall format was pretty good.
So this event we had the opportunity to test out the mixed relay format, which was super exciting and just opens a whole nother world of opportunities and things we've got to think about. Teamwork's the first time that we have actually had to think about that ever in this sport, but something that's going to keep pushing us forwards and something we've got to focus on more and more as we get closer to the games.
Back to the individual racing and the penultimate day of the 2019 Pascucci Formula Kite World Championship, where the best of the best gathered in the Gold Fleet for the final stage and chance to grasp the title. With no room for mistakes, the racecourse was on fire. In near-perfect foiling conditions, with breezes building during the afternoon from 6 to 11 knots, everyone gave their very best in the day's 4 races, with the reigning world champions keeping their lead heading into the final day. The final day will crown the new champions, and anticipation is high. But stormy winds prevented any racing. Nico Parlia won his 3rd world title in a row, with Oliver Bridge in 2nd, equal points with his fellow countryman Connor Bainbridge.
I'm really happy to come on the 1st place. I felt really fast sometimes, and the starts are insane those days. We were a fleet of 30 people in the Gold Fleet, and it was crazy to see everyone, the crowd coming and starting all together.
In the women's fleet, Daniela Moroz defended her title, with Elena Kalalina in 2nd and Brianna Whitehead completing the podium in 3rd.
I'm just really excited, just knowing that all the hard work paid off and I made it another year. I think it was one of the most challenging regattas that I've been to. I had so much fun. It was so cool to see so many more girls out, and I'm really excited to see how the next year will be.
Campione Univella and Kite Campione delivered a great event, with everyone competing against the very best sailors in the world.
The championship just finished. We did a lot of regatta almost every day. We enjoy also the 2nd day, the format with the relay. So we had 22 teams did a great regatta on a particular format with the relay. So it was the first official test event, and all the riders enjoyed it. So I think it's been a great success an entire week.